Yay, and welcome to the podcast. It's Fan the Flames for February 22nd, episode 15.
Yes, that's right.
That's right. We are approaching the end of February, a month and a half of regular season left. That's Nate.
Hey, what's up?
I'm Dan. And the last we left you, the Flames were on a losing streak. We have 3 games to follow up on of pure W.
Yeah, 3 W's and no overtime either.
That's right.
3 regulation. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Regulation wins. Most recent being the Islanders, which was a Flames domination. And it seemed like those 2 previous games were kind of like a accumulation leading up to this. Because I can almost say it was 60 minutes of Flames domination, even though the Islanders managed 2 goals somewhere in between.
Yeah, I think at one point they had 2 goals and they had 7 or 8 shots. So
I know it, which didn't really look great on Smith's behalf, but I wouldn't put him at fault for any of the goals.
No, and one thing to keep in mind is when you're a good team and you only give up 10 shots, often because you're pressuring so much, when the shots come the other way, they're good chances. So anytime we look at save percentage for either Smith or Riddick, that's always something to keep in the back of our minds is that, okay, maybe he only had 13 shots, but there was 2 breakaways, 2 2-on-1s.
Yeah, high quality chances.
Yeah, exactly.
Smith looked awesome playing the puck. I don't know if you noticed.
No, I've never noticed that about Smith before.
But we can get into that later. Quick rundown. Frolik, beautiful sauce past the backline. First blood, which was always great to see. Flames all scored first against Arizona.
There was some mad sauce on that puck.
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce. Yeah.
Frankie's.
Yeah. High quality sauce.
Yes. Then Hamnick gets the second one. Great shot by Hamnick. Doesn't get many goals, but that was a good goal.
A clapper to the top corner.
Yeah.
That's always nice.
Yeah, and it through traffic, but untouched. Yeah. Straight shot.
It always makes me happy when you see someone blast one from the point, and it looks so gentle when it just hits the twine.
Well, when in slow motion, they also saw like how players kind of just parted ways, and the puck just went through it. So like as they moved out of the way, then Grice saw it.
Yeah.
But it was too late by then, or it hit in the net. And that's when Anders turn it around. Brody gives a bad pass, a Mike Smith style bad giveaway. Anders gets some zone time, score again, and it wasn't until Goudreau finally landing one of those slap shots he's been training up these past few weeks. Have you noticed? Goudreau teeing up those slap shots. They look good. He's been stopped this is the first time I think he's squeezed one by a goalie. He's either been stop blocked or crossbar.
Yeah, and that was the 4th goal on the power play. But the 3rd goal was the Zarnik goal.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Which I first gave credit to Jankowski, but after a closer look...
Yeah, Zarnik got lucky. If you watch, he actually slapped the puck away from the net.
And then it went off of the Islanders.
Yeah, hit the Islander and went in, so... But good for Zarnik. You go hard to the net and you get rewarded.
That's exactly it. But basically, the Flames dominated that game. It was great. I mean, the Islanders been rolling strong. First in the Metro?
Yeah, first in the Metropolitan.
Yeah. But what was weird, it didn't really look like they played a bad game. That much was evident. But what was also clear is they really don't have much star power in their lineup.
No, they're a team, like they're a good team. They play well together.
Tross has got them playing good, and everyone's crediting the coach, I think, with good reason.
But they don't have very many, or if any, game breakers. Maybe Barzal. Yeah. But even he's a bit unproven.
No, Bailey, Leddy, Andrews Lee.
They're solid, but they're not game breakers. But yeah, the Flames, it was just this dominating performance of puck possession.
Yeah.
They just suffocated the Islanders with the cycle, the zone time, and really didn't give them much of a chance to win that game.
Very good. I was hoping to see that kind of domination when they had the Arizona at home. And Flames won 5-2. Was a good game again, but I think Arizona probably gave more of a handful than the Islanders did.
I don't know. For me, I never felt like the Flames were going to lose that game either.
Yeah.
the Arizona looked almost like they're resigned to not making the playoffs, and they didn't seem to be giving it 100%. It was kind of like they were comfortable, like 85. Don't get injured.
But they went on to beat Edmonton and Vancouver.
True, but it's Edmonton and Vancouver.
And they're as Arizona.
Yeah, that's true.
It's anyways. We all felt the win, and Calgary really did walk over them pretty decent. Ryan gets on the board again. Giordano, Zarnik was back-to-back goals.
Another semi-lucky goal because his stick blew up.
Yeah.
And so the puck went in.
Yeah, the stick broke and it fluttered in. It's rare that happens. When a stick breaks, it usually means the puck's not going anywhere. Yeah. This time it flutters in.
This is one of the rare stick breaks that was an advantage for the shooter.
Yeah, very rare. And prior to that was the Pittsburgh game. There's a lot of anticipation going to that. And that was, pretty good Flames performance.
Yeah. Pittsburgh really stayed in that game because of their power play.
Yeah. Malkin on the power play. Yeah, because without those 2 power play goals, it was 3. Also 3 power play. Yeah. No, and then one of them was just at the end of the power play.
So that would have been 4.
4, yeah. Yeah, deadly power play. Take away those 2 by Malkin, and it would have been 5-2 like the rest of the scores.
Yeah. And again, like when you were listing the other games, you were saying all the goal scorers and their secondary players. Flames depth were scoring goals, and that was the same in Pittsburgh. A lot of scoring from depth players.
Gensel?
Well, that's a Pittsburgh player, but I'm saying on the Flames. Zarnik, Frolik. So...
Yeah, Zarnik, Frolik, Ryan really playing strong. Backlund playing strong. John Jankowski made the list. And do you notice how Brody was benched on third period on the Islanders game?
Yeah, I'm wondering if he was benched or because the game before he missed with injury.
He was injured.
So maybe it was...
He did have that bad giveaway, though.
Yeah, that's true, but it's always hard to tell because are you giving it away because of your injury? But you just don't know.
With Brody down, they brought up Anderson to take his place. What'd you think of that?
I'm a big fan of Anderson.
Yeah.
And he looked... I know it was Arizona, so we're not playing a top team.
Hey, but Arizona's fighting for that playoff spot.
Right, but it's still not the same as, one of the top-tier teams in the NHL. But Anderson was good.
Islanders are a top-tier team.
Okay, but yeah, no, Anderson was good. And I still project him if I'm looking to the future. Like he is going to be one of the replacements for Gio and Brody.
He filled in Brody's shoes, very well.
Yeah, and if let's say we're in the playoffs and Brody gets hurt, I would feel pretty comfortable putting him up there. And
yeah, man, that's pretty cool. Rookie season fitting in the top paying D.
Yeah.
As hats off to you, Anderson. I'm really impressed with what I saw. I think he's got a leg up on Shillington too. But for a while, it seemed like they were kind of neck and neck for skill and performance. But Anderson just keeps getting better.
Yeah, and Anderson's big advantage is his vision. Like when he makes that first pass, it's always with intent and a good play.
Yeah.
Shillington, he's good, but he doesn't quite have the vision, and he makes mistakes and usually recovers because of his speed.
Yeah.
Where Anderson just doesn't make as many mistakes.
Yeah, it's good analysis. That's what I saw too.
And not to get too much praise on him, but he also played with Prout and made Prout look good. So
giving him praise. Anything else from the game?
I was wondering if you had any opinions on Zarnik's overall performance now that we've seen 3 games. Has your opinion of him changed from before these 3 games?
Yeah, definitely. He's looking strong, and pretty much all these points he's accumulated. Let's see. I think he's got about 3 points in the last 3 games.
Well, 3 goals for sure.
3 goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he had 2 goals before and 4 assists through 40 or 30 games.
Okay, so
I'd say he turned it around. He's noticeable. That's the point.
yeah, he's noticeable. I'm wondering if it's a partly, like, he's not a big guy.
No.
And Jankowski and Bennett are like big power forwards. They make a lot of space. So he's really a good fit with those two. I'm wondering how much of that is a factor on his play.
I think how more so, like, because he was playing with them before, or at least with decent players. They had him all up and down different lineups.
Yeah.
But he wasn't really doing much, and now he just seems to have settled down, controls the puck more, makes better passes. Yeah. That's why I say.
Yeah, and it could be partly they told him you're going to play the next 2 weeks on this line, or very likely, like, they're giving him some stability so he can get used to the players. But I do think, I don't remember all the people he's played with, but I have noticed in these last 3 games, Bennett and Jankowski will get in there, make a lot of space, and he's kind of like the Johnny Gaudreau of the line. Like, a little more skilled, a little more finesse. So,
all right.
No, like, I'm not saying he's as good as Johnny Gaudreau, but I'm saying to construct a line where you have some bigger power forwards who can finish, and you put them with a guy who's a more of a skill stick handler, it's a good mixture on the line.
I feel we're kind of seeing Zarnik as almost at full potential. I'm not really expecting much more from him.
No, and he did score 3, but as we said, one was luckily off a skate. One, his stick broke and kind of fooled the goalie. So,
but he just had some good chances, shooting in good spots. And these are just happen to be the ones that go in, though.
Yeah, exactly. But 3 goals, like, when you get a lot of chances, you'll eventually get lucky and they'll go in. But I'm just saying, he's obviously isn't going to average a goal a game. He'll slow down at times. But as you say, he's creating chances and creating sort of chaos in the offensive zone, which is good.
Noticeable player. If we jump to the top 6, Lindholm, Tkachuk doing a little swap.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, I think it's necessary.
Yeah, re-energize.
Yeah, because have you really noticed the top line much lately?
Yeah, in these last 3 Ws, they've been there. They've been getting chances, just not converting, which is rare, and just probably a small temporary. Yeah. I mean, Gaudreau, like, that blasted one in, so there's top line scoring. Monahan's quiet. Tkachuk assisted. He hasn't scored in a while, I don't think.
Yeah, because the New York Islanders game, I found them more noticeable, but the 2 before that, they were not that good, actually, the top line. And I guess they did the swap, was it halfway through the Phoenix game?
It's Pittsburgh, I think.
Pittsburgh, yeah. But really, Tkachuk and Monahan have been fairly invisible. Tkachuk was a little more noticeable against the Islanders. Yeah. And Gaudreau, he was only noticeable because of his turnovers, actually. But he was a little bit better against the Islanders. So it's interesting, though, that all top 3 scorers, or I guess Lindholm is in there too, but 3 of the top 4 scorers all go cold kind of around the same time. Yeah, so do we have another goalie controversy on our hands?
Good question. And to further wonder, it would be acquiring a new goalie something to think about at trade deadline?
Yeah, we did talk about this other podcasts about should they go for another goalie, and it sounds like, listening to like TSN or Sportsnet, that the Flames are not pursuing that so heavily. Mainly because there's not good options available. Like Jimmy Howard is the best option.